This rich man never gave the delivery man even a dollar tip. So this time, the delivery man just left the food outside the door. He pointed at the rich man as a disrespectful gesture. But even though the food was right there, the rich man looked worried. He stepped forward and tried to grab it. Sadly, it was still too far. He bent down, getting as close as he could, but he couldn't reach it. When his foot barely stepped outside, he got scared. He quickly stood up and went back into the yard, afraid to stay outside any longer. The rich man was serving a 14-month house arrest sentence. He had an electronic ankle bracelet on his leg. If he stepped outside the house, an alarm would go off, and he would be sent back to prison. That night, the ankle bracelet suddenly stopped working. Then the police called. They told a man named Veta that the storm had damaged the surveillance system. The ankle bracelet would be offline for one night. The police would come to check at 7 o'clock in the morning. After hearing this, Veta felt overjoyed. The rich man took his luxury car and drove fast on the highway, enjoying his short moment of freedom. But the blizzard made it hard to see. While turning his head, he accidentally hit someone. He got out of the car and kicked the person twice. There was no reaction. Just then, a car's headlights appeared from the opposite direction. The rich man panicked. He opened his trunk, dragged the body inside, and waited for the other car to pass. Then he called his old friend Jim. He told Jim he was coming over. Jim owned a car repair shop. Soon, the rich man arrived. They talked briefly before he explained what had happened. He asked Jim to help him get rid of the body. Jim was hesitant, but agreed in the end. They carried the body to a tree and threw it into a hole near the tree roots. Back at Jim's place, the rich man said he needed to leave. But when he saw Jim standing there silently and looking unhappy, he changed his mind and stayed. The rich man noticed Jim still wasn't speaking, so he explained that he was under house arrest at the villa. Jim got angry and said the rich man only came to him when something bad happened. From their conversation, it became clear that they had done something terrible 10 years ago. Since then, they hadn't talked. Jim had felt guilty all those years, while the rich man had lived freely. Jim had always held a grudge because of that. Just as the rich man was about to leave, there was a loud, hard knock on the door. Jim quickly grabbed a gun from a drawer. Because the storm had shut down the roads, any visitor at that time was likely uninvited. When they opened the door, they were shocked. Lying at the doorstep was the very person they had just thrown into the hole under the tree.